Greetings, how are you all doing? Thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is Amy and this is my Flosstube Sit and Stitch. I think this is number 16, but if I'm wrong I'll correct myself in text. This week's been a bit difficult for me, truthfully. I'm feeling a bit of burnout when it comes to cross stitch. I do have a few things to show you all and I hope you'll stick around to see them. And then I think I'll move on to showing you all other things that I have been doing. And I think I'm going to film another video, possibly Thursday, and that's going to be all about cross stitch or hobby burnout and some of the things you can do to get over it. I think most of us experience it eventually. And I'm going to put mine down to hammering on trying to complete my Whip Go goals for January, which I just didn't complete. And I mean, I cross-stitched every second of every day I could. It's my fault for setting the goals too high, but I have most definitely burnt myself out. So yeah, I'm just so tired and I just want to do other things at the moment, and that's completely fine. So I've only worked on 2 cross stitches this week. I'll jump in straight to that. I do have a little bit of haul and I do have some other hobby related things to show. So if I put a picture in of this one in now, and this is Tag Along by Hannah Disney. I'm not sure. I think Hannah Disney goes by Hannah Lynn, possibly because of copyright reasons, I'm not sure. If it is different people, then please correct me, but I think they're the same. And yeah, I just think this piece is absolutely amazing. If I put in where I was last at now, and showing you where I'm at is going to be hard because I've got lots of parked threads, but I'll try and move them. This is where I'm at now. So I was actually able to complete a whole row of Royal Rose. I think there's a few stitches this side that I still need to put in. And then I decided to fill in as much of the black outline as possible. And I then went back and started working on what should be Krennic. And I'm actually using light effects. It looks really uneven. I will not be using DMC light effects ever again, but for the sake of finishing this piece, I will finish it off. And I don't think there's masses more to do in that colour. I think there's about 1,000 stitches. So where I've done this side, I think there's another side and then a few bits down here. And then that'll be done. But because it is so uneven and it chews up lots of loose threads in other colours, I've decided to do that first. Because if you look here, that dark patch, some fibres from the dark blue got caught up in it and I just can't get it out now. So it lives there now. And I don't think it's that noticeable. It's only because I pointed it out. There. See at the top. But yeah, I do love this piece. I'm now at 20%. I think I've done about 15% of it in a week, possibly. I honestly can't remember what I said last time. But again, I'm looking at this now and there's not a single part of me that wants to sit and stitch this piece for sure. So it's probably going to go away for a little bit. And then I haven't really been cross-stitching that much. So I was in bed like Friday last week and I decided to pull this one out, the dreaded Fireman Sam. My little boy wants it so badly, and I think I did about 2 rows. That's it, 2 rows. My needle's dangling down, so because you know how you pull the needle off, I've stitched that into the work, so I'm going to have to cut it out. Everything's falling off the sofa. So this is what I'm at now. I don't have a picture from last time. I'm still just trying to fill in his face. It's the most monotonous task ever. I did a bit and now it's getting put away. Unfortunately, the skin colour 3856, that's all I've got left. So I'm just hoping that it's enough just to finish his face before I replace it again. I also need that colour in the barn owl that I was doing. So I don't think if the dye lot's slightly off, it will look bad on the barn owl, but it will look really noticeable if the face is different. So I'm hoping I can just finish the face at least on Simon Sam. But yeah, my little boy wants this so badly. I can't stitch on it. I might have to push myself, but I need to wait until this burnout's over, because at the moment I'm just like, ugh, cross stitch. I do love cross stitch, which is why I'm gonna do a video on Thursday, and it's gonna be talking about what you can do to get over your burnout, because there's so many other things we could be doing that is cross stitch related if it's not stitching. I've got so many threads I could be bobbinating. You can sort out your stash. You can, I don't know, sort your patterns into different files. It's all cross stitch related. It's all part of your hobby, but maybe you're not burning yourself out over the art of actually stitching. However, I've got one other piece to show you. So my mum and I came up with a really good idea. So you know when you're working on a kit and you get to a certain point and you're just like, I just don't want to work on this anymore. Well, I had that feeling towards a flower fairy kit that I had, and she had that feeling with a kit that I'm about to show you. So what we've decided is to swap kits. She can work on my one and I'll work on her one for a bit, and then hopefully seeing it progress a little bit more will make you want to carry on. So this is the kit she gave me. It's Dimensions, Midnight Dance, Danse de Minute, I cannot speak that, Gold Collection. It's very pretty, it's just not, it's not my taste at all. But she knows I'm particularly good at doing full coverage, so I said I'll give it a go. This is her progress so far. Why is it still joint? That's a long thread. This is what she's done so far. So I think that's just the lady, or is it the man? She's literally done the lady part, dancing. And she said she couldn't get on with it because it had quite a lot of tweeding, which is putting two strands of different colours together. But from what I can see, I think it's just the people in full cross stitch from what I can see on this. So I think all the black's done in like full crosses and all the rest is done in tent stitch. So I am looking forward to working on this, and I think if it's tent stitch, I can just absolutely breeze through it. Like, it's not going to take long at all. But, let's see. Got all those gorgeous colours. It's probably... sounded like someone just tried my front door. Let me go have a look. Sorry about that. It's so easy to become spooked, isn't it, when you're home alone? Yeah, so it's quite a colourful piece. My mum does always work on quite pretty, colourful things, so it'll be nice to do something a little bit different. I'm just hoping we don't see differences in like our tension and things like that. I'm sure it'll be fine. So that is all I've got for cross stitch this week. It is poor. So apologies to all my followers, and I promise that I'm gonna treat this burnout and I will be straight back on it with plenty of updates, I'm sure, because cross stitch typically is my obsession. However, it has been really, really nice looking into doing different crafts, because I think before I'd be like, oh, I really fancy doing some knitting, but if I do some knitting, that means that I can't do my cross stitch. So it's all about balance at the end of the day, isn't it? So last time I showed you my diamond painting that I'd started. If I show you again now, I have been working on this quite a lot. Ta-da! So I've now done, like, from here, I've done all of that. And then a bit of the bunny's ear. Slowly working across. Wow, it really, really glistens, doesn't it? I absolutely love this though. I really do love it. I have done diamond painting before, but the picture wasn't very clear. But I think this is a really good one. I'm going to put this in a frame and put it above my bed, I think. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know I had discussed diamond paintings with Jeep Girl, Cass, before, because she does the Diamond Art Club, which I really do want. They're just really expensive. But after doing that one, that one was cheap, it was about £6 on Amazon, I think I'm ready. I'm going to order one. It's my birthday next month, so I'm just going to, a birthday present for me, you know, order a Diamond Art Club. I'm going to order it on payday. Payday's the 24th of Feb, and then my birthday's on the 7th. So if I'm really, 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 really lucky and order it on payday, it might be there for my birthday. Quite often, a lot of the artwork that's on Heaven and Earth is actually on this Diamond Art Club, as obviously diamond paintings. So, ooh, I'm excited. What else have I been up to? So, I have been knitting a jumper for little Sir Sydney. And if I just show you what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. He picked this wool, by the way. The wool is a little bit offensive. So this is what it's going to look like. I love it. It's so, I don't know what the right word is. Natural looking. Just, it's very cute. It's from this book, What to Knit the Toddler Years. And there's some very, very cute patterns in this. I'll show you in a minute. But this is how far I've got. So this isn't a new project, it's something I have picked up on again. Doing the magic loop on the sleeves is killing me though. And I didn't pick up enough stitches around the armholes. So it's a bit rough here. But I guess that I can just sew that up at the end and it'll be fine. So what I've got left to do is obviously the two sleeves. And then you pick up stitches all round the neckline so that you can then do the hood. And then I need to do the pocket and add a little toggle on. But because the wools are chunky, we call it bogey green. I think that's honestly why Sid picked this wool. Bogey green wool. So yeah, it was the first time that I tried an I-cord bind off at the bottom. Don't worry about that. That's just my little end that I didn't tuck away very well. But the I-cord bind off. So as you can see, I'm not the neatest knitter. I've never finished a jumper before. I've always got to about this stage and then found faults with it. But I'm hoping. I think he'll look very cute in this when it's done, and it'll be very warm. It's chunky knit. I'm using. Sorry, I've got a project bag here. I used to be a really good knitter, and how I am with cross stitch, how obsessed I am with cross stitch is how I used to be with knitting. So if you don't know already, there's a website called Ravelry, and it's got forums on it. It's got free knitting patterns, to buy knitting patterns. So it's a big knit community. And I used to be on that all the time, like browsing, spending hours and hours. I used to be knitting stuff all the time. It used to be my complete obsession. And then one day I just didn't want to knit anymore. And I haven't knit anything really in years. I mean years, maybe like 5, 6, 7 years. And recently I just getting my knitting bug back a little bit. So this is the wool I've been using. It is just it's Hayfield, so it's a brand, but it's not a very expensive brand. And I got this from Hobbycraft. I think it was under £3 a ball. This is the only ball I've got left, so I'm hoping this will be able to do. I'm hoping what I've got attached to this will finish the sleeve at least. And then I'm hoping this ball will be enough to finish the other sleeve, the hood and the pocket. But I might be a little bit too hopeful with that. I might have to go get some more. This is shade lime green. It says lime green, but we're going to call it bogey green. So the way I feel about knitting at the moment is how my mum feels about cross stitch. So she had lost her cross stitch. She had always been more of a knitter than a cross stitcher. So how obsessed I was with my cross stitch is how she used to be obsessed with her knitting. And oh my word, her living room is literally like a yarn shop. So I'm not going to lie, I'm quite skint at the moment. So Sydney had asked me to knit him a a Fireman Sam jumper. I'll put a picture of it in now. And it's very cute, and I know I can do it, but I have no money for supplies. So yesterday I went to my mum's house and was like, I really want wool for this. I'm going to raid your stash. And she was like, yeah, just go for it. Because I think she's at the stage now, like, you know, if you take loads and knit loads, then I can finally get some space back in my house. And then when it's all gone, then maybe I can start buying stuff again. Because when she buys wool now, we're literally just like, really? Did you need to buy that? Like, you've got so much in your house. So, yeah, she was just like, take it. So, I've already got the background. I know on there it's grey, the one he wants. But I'm going to use like a teal blue he wants. But she gave me so much wool. Like, flesh coloured, brown for inside his helmet, red, orange for his hair. We initially had a different pattern that had more colours, so I might not need all of these now. I've got white, I've got light blue, navy for his uniform, yellow, black, grey. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's, wow, 10 balls of wool I've taken off her for this tiny little jumper. But some of the colours, seriously, are like hardly any stitches, like maybe like 20 stitches on the whole thing. So what I'll do is I'll start with the front of the jumper, then I can give her wool back, because I don't have much storage space in my house. I've only got a little flat, really. I can give her wool back and just carry on with what I've got. So that'd be good. And then I said to her that I'd found another pattern. I won't insert a picture, but basically it's using super chunky wool. I don't have any super chunky wool. So she was like, oh, I don't have any. I was like, you liar, I bet you do. Look how much wool you've got. So she thought, well, actually, I've got this stuff, but I've been knitting with it, so you're going to have to unravel everything that I've knitted so far. And then I was like, felt really bad, because I thought, you know, like, you've been working on that. I don't really want to unravel it. But she was like, oh, I'll never finish it. And I think it was a jumper for herself. There's an arm piece. Oh, this is obviously the front. My mum's a lot thinner than I am. The front. But she's crazy. Like, this looks like she's actually nearly finished. That's obviously the back. I don't know why she didn't finish it, but it's mine now. So I'm going to unravel it all. I'll use it. I'll definitely use it. It's so soft. I don't know what wool it actually is because there's no band on it. But it's super chunky, very soft. Right, what else have I got to show you? I think now all I've got left is haul. I didn't actually show any more patterns out of this book, but it's very good. If you've got a toddler and you want to knit for them, it's a very useful book. So, haul. I've got 2 Heaven and Earth charts that I managed to buy literally as the sale was ending. I was like, oh, I just need a couple more. So I bought them. And also, so yesterday I went for a walk to someone's house because they were advertising on Free Cycle paper making kit. A paper making kit, I should say. And I've got no idea what any of this stuff is, but I'll show you anyway. I just like it. Do you know, you get the paper and it's pulped and it's got bits of flour in it. I just think that's really cute. So we have this is obviously like the frame to do the paper in. It's got like a little paper maker thing. And then mesh, which I'm guessing you put on to shape the paper and then it drains the water off. Then also you've got flat cards. I don't know what they're for. I've never done paper making. But when I do, I will find out. And then also with it was paper. Making, Decorating, Designing by Beta Thackeray. And I haven't looked at this much yet. But it just looks like great fun. It looks messy though. Look at that picture. That's the noise it's probably make. But funny enough, I'd actually bought my brother a paper making kit. I think not the year just gone, but the year before for Christmas. And yeah, so you can take lots of scraps of paper, water them down to make pulp, and then you can use a hand blender. And then when it's all blended, you can pour it onto the mesh until it sets. Like that. I think you can use cotton and stuff. You can make papyrus with various reeds. I just think, how nice would it be to make like a bundle of handmade paper and give them as gifts? Like, my brother is an artist, so I think he would enjoy using them to draw on. There's just so many things in here. It goes on to say how you can use paper for weaving, just for art, different colleges, collage, and yeah, it looks like quite an in-depth book, so that's something I'd definitely like to explore a little bit more. Who knows, maybe I can make some and give it away on here. This came in it though, and I'm not too sure what this is for. Metallized Byron. If anyone has an idea why this is with a paper making kit, please let me know. I have no idea. It's very pretty though, look. Maybe the person I collected it from is actually into needlework as well, which would be good because maybe they would give me some needlework goodies as well. Right, pop that in the little bag I've got for it. And then, compostable bags always feel weird, don't they? I like the concept though. I like the fact that they don't go into landfill. And then lastly, I'm just going to show you my Heaven and Earth things. I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember what this one's called. I think it's called like Deep in Green or Deep Greens or something along those lines. This is by Ching Chow Quick. And there it is. How absolutely fabulous and beautiful is she? I love her. And because I bought top frogs last time, I'm having a bit of a froggy theme at the moment. And then the next one I bought is called Amongst the Koi. Amongst the Koi. And that's by Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. And I've wanted this one for a really long time. So I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to buy it. How beautiful is that? I can't wait to stitch this one. It's just going to pop, pop, pop. I love it. I love it so much. In fact, this one makes me want to stitch, so maybe I'm not completely burnt out. I love it. So, yeah. I don't really have much life update. I don't really do anything, so I haven't got life update. Just that I'm really tired. I think everyone says they're tired all the time, don't they? And it's true, I'm exhausted. I don't really know what to do with myself tonight. I don't know whether to do some crafting or just lay here and do nothing and watch TV. I am so close to finishing Desperate Housewives now. I'm on season 7 and there's 8 series. Although there's 24 episodes per season, so still got quite a bit to go. I just want it to be over, and I want to then go on to watch Happy Valley because everyone's watching Happy Valley at the moment and I feel like I'm missing out on something. However, fun fact about me is I can't watch more than one TV show on at a time. I just can't. I find it really difficult. So I need to get the hell through Desperate Housewives. It's been a long time coming. What else is going on? We got a trampoline for Sydney yesterday off Free Cycle as well. Was it yesterday? It was the day before. And it is so cute to see him bouncing. He keeps saying, look how high I am. And just seeing him happy makes me so happy. And he turns 3 on the 23rd. So we're slowly preparing for his birthday. I just wish I could have got Fireman Sam done. I still think I could go in and try and finish that Fireman Sam cross stitch. It's not... What's the date today? It's the... Is it the 13th? It's the 13th today. And so I have 10 days. I think it's possible, but considering I only do like 10 stitches each time I pick it up because it's so unbearable, it's probably not going to get done. I'm probably not going to push myself on that. Like I said, the burnout is real. I have been reading a lot more about like content creating for YouTube, how to keep viewers engaged, stuff like that. So I am going to try and make a video. I'm going to try and upload it for Thursday, and it's going to be all about hobby burnout. I'm gonna keep it about cross stitch, but it can relate to every hobby out there. So what I want from you guys is, if you're still listening to this, is any tips and tricks that you use to not get burnt out with cross stitch, or what you do when you are burnt out and don't want to do it. I know, like, the simple answers of, like, well, do something else then. But, you know, like, when it's your hobby, you don't want to go that long without doing anything because you feel like you're not progressing. So that would be very helpful. Thank you very much. As always, I absolutely love all the comments I get. I love responding to you all. And I've had a big hike in subscribers, actually. So I'm now at 316. Whereas I was in like the high 200s last time. So thank you thank you so much to those who are now joining me, and thank you to everyone who has followed me along my Flosstube journey so far. It's been great. I love it. I love feeling like I'm part of a community doing something that we love. So that's great. And yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Just remember to look after yourselves, do what you love, be happy, peace and love. Goodbye.